DoubleKBeats, DoubleK Productions. I am back with you in Pre-Sona Studio 14, back with another tutorial. This tutorial is well overdue. It's how to master a song, okay? But before we get into how to master a song, this is the project session right here. There's a create a song and there's a project section. So if you have professional, you have this. For the people that just don't know how to use the project section and what it's for, I'm gonna go over that, and then I'm gonna go over how did I master this song. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post something. Also DoubleKBeats.com, mixing templates, mixing prices, etc. and them coupons. Make sure you get them coupons to get them discounts. Alright, anyway, let's jump into it. So if you come to the project section over here, you got the project, and then you can go to close, not close, we can go to start. You got create a song, you got project, okay? If you got professional, you have this. Alright, so we'll go back to project. So if you look at, it's simple, it's easy to use without, you know, overthinking what's going on. So if you come up here, you got update. That's update master files. If you just brought it over from the mix and brought it in here, you can update the file. You got burn to a CD, obviously image, if like you copying it to a hard drive or whatnot. Same as DTP, same as that. It's the image, it's just a DDP file, DDP file, and then digital release, what I always use to release. If we click on it, you get the bounce down, basically. You get, you know, bounce it down, whatnot. So those are the ways you're going to want to do it. If you, like I say, update, let me explain a little bit more. Say if you mix your section in the song and you just brought it straight to the project without bouncing it down and then bringing it in like I did, you could just update it. If you made some tweaks inside the mix, this going to be red. It's going to have a red dot, and then you update it after you done fixed the tweaks that you wanted to do in your mix, and it updates for you, okay? That's what update means, all right? So if you go down, you got artists, which is me, boom, boom. Put your artwork, put your album if you mixing the album, which I did that before, and we'll do a tutorial on that. Songwriter, blase, that's me. All that's me, all right? So I fill that out, okay? You got the loudness, the before and the after, the post, you know, right there. I like to look at that to see where I'm at, you know, after the limiter. I like to see where I'm pushing on the RMS, and the post RMS. You see where I'm pushing it. Right now it's the same because the limiter is turned off. So that's the loudness information. Very useful. I use it. You got the octave, you got the third, which I keep it on that, the 12th, the FST. Now granted, I don't know what all these mean. I'm gonna have to look up, you know, the spectrum range, everything, so I can see, all right, see what they mean. You got the WFs, sono segments, okay, and we'll click on it to see K2, K20, K14, K12, EBU. You know, that gives you different ranges. If you understand these, then use them, okay? I only understand the peak and the RMS, so I keep it on that. I understand the third octave, so I leave it on that, all right? You got range, you got hold. I turn these on, and you got the LUFS, where everybody is mastering their song in, okay? So I'll keep it on that to see where I'm at. They say Spotify -14. I don't mix my stuff to there because Spotify gonna turn it down for you anyway once you have that normalized button clicked on Spotify. It's gonna bring everybody's songs to that -14 LUFS. So I just mix it to what sounds best for me. Then I let Spotify, iTunes, whatever, do their little turn it down stuff. So anyway, then you got the LU, all right? Pretty much it. Clip gain, you got the RMS to let you know right here if it's clipping, whatnot. Okay, so we're gonna play it without being masters. It's things you do. You know how I like it. Y'all heard it already. Let's play it. Come on.
You know you could be my left side. I'm holding you so tight, real tight. You know you could have been the coaster ride. The way you stole my heart. Ooh. You know you could have been the crew, like you are. And baby, you're so smart. Oh yeah. You know you could have been in Facebook. about you. I do. And I can tell.
Okay, pretty much it. That's what those ranges do right there. Pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. It gives you different levels, you know, different ways to look at your meters. Now, you know, for mastering engineers, experience, been doing it, they know what all those means. Okay, they used all them different parameters inside the I just use this because I know where the bass at, know where my mid's at, know where my highs at. I like to use this one, okay? And then you see down here different ones they give you. All right, let's jump into the mastering. All right, sorry y'all waited so long. I was just explaining the project for the people that don't know. So if you look at my mastering's changed since the last time I did a tutorial. I keep the center on there to give me that width, that wide. So we're gonna turn it on and bypass, turn it off. You know,
come on. You know you could be my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coastal ride.
Okay, subtle things, and we'll talk about that afterwards. Turn the compressor.
Come on. You know you could have been my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coastal ride. The way you start.
Okay, EQing.
Come on. You know you could have been my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coastal ride. The way you stole my heart. Ooh. You know you could have been the
okay. Another EQ. Just subtle things.
Come on. You know you could have been my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coastal ride. The way you stole.
Okay. Another, you know, a little bit of shim and thickness on the revival. You know, I love it.
Come on. You know you could have been my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coastal ride. The way you stole my heart.
Okay. We'll go to the pure tech, pig tech, whatever you want to call tech it. Alright? Subtle thing.
Come on. You know you could have been my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coastal ride. The way you stole my heart. Ooh. You know you could have been the crew.
Like. And I come back with the ozone, just to give it some more cider, some imaging, and some EQing. Okay. So we'll turn that on.
Come on. You know you could have been my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coastal ride. The way you stole my heart. Ooh. You know you could have been the crew. Like
okay. And then the DS and just to control a little bit of them S. Okay. Them just.
Come on. You know.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is turn all of them off and then turn them back on so you can hear the drastic, or you know, the subtle but drastic effect that it's doing. Because all these plugins are subtle things you probably didn't hear each one of them when I was bypassing, turning it on, turning it off, bypassing it. You probably didn't hear what it was doing because it's subtle things. But if you put them all in perspective, all the plugins working together, you can hear the change that it done. So we'll play it on and
come on. You know you could have been my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coastal ride. The way you stole my heart. Ooh. You know you could have been the crew. Like you are. And baby, you're so smart. Oh yeah.
Okay. So subtle things, nothing too major. I don't tweak them too much. I got on the compressor 8.93 milliseconds. Got a little 2.5 back in there, and I got the release on auto. And we try to work it like that. Nothing too much. Just barely hitting that bass to control it. Got the mids sitting up because I wanted some of the mids to come out. The sides, pull some of them sides up a little bit because I felt like it needed that space. I could have added the stock spreader on there, biopan, I think that's what it's called. It might be biopan. Then boosted up some of those, just subtle things. You see, it's not too major. 0.65 dB, 0.49, and stuff like that. When you mastering, you do not want to do too much drastic things. If that's the case, go back to the mix, fix it, and then come back and do subtle things. Because if you're mixing yourself, your mix should be good because you mix it yourself. So when you go into mastering, it's basically about just getting that level up there and then bringing out little subtle things, okay?
You know you could be my left side.
Dipped out a little bit of them lows that I didn't like in there with this EQ. Love that EQ. Nothing too major on the revolver. 15, 10. Nothing too major. Subtle things. I'm telling you, everything is subtle. At the bass, we got 0.6. At the highs, we got 0.3. And I left every knob else alone. You know, all they need is to do no attenuation on it. EQing, same thing right here. Take out, you know, cut the frequency you won't hit on the 8 and the 1. Dipped out a little bit. That didn't sound too pleasant. You can see that it's that don't work. It was -3. We got 6 just on the mid range to bring out some more of them vocals, and that's pretty much it. On the cider, I felt like retro sounded the best, so I tweaked it. I bring everything down to 50 when I'm using this one. I still got 6. There's 8, 9. I don't know which one's out. Yeah, I'm far behind. It's all right. 50, and then I tweak it from there. So 0.5, 0.6, 0.5. Nothing too drastic. And then the cider brought the bass down a little bit. Brought the boxy mids down a little bit, and the good part where the vocals sitting, brought it up just to spread it a little bit. Nothing too major. Yeah, all these effects works together. That's why you get the cleanness, okay? So
Come on. You know you could be my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight.
just listen to how the bass brings up, the vocals brings up, and then the little bit of mids inside the instrumentals comes out with all the effects going on. All of them doing little bitty things, but they all work together. That's why I put my plugins where they need to be, line them up, so when I get done mixing it or mastering it, it's all up front, you know, just bringing out a little bit what I didn't do in the mix, bringing out some more of that excitement. So if I turn it off, you could definitely
come on. You know you could be my left side. I'm holding you so tight.
okay, and I love that, and I leave that alone. So the last thing in mastering, the last thing is the L2 or any limiter that you want to use. This is the final stage, okay? After you done brought out everything, okay? Mastering is easy and simple because it's the last stage to make sure your song's competing with other industry songs, okay? So we bring an L2 and it's any limiter that you want to use. NT limiter to work. My threshold is always, my ceiling is always at 0.5. I got the bit on this limiter is at 24 because that's what the song was in. And then -5.5 brings it up. And then you get that mastering part. So if we turn it on,
come on. You know you could be my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coaster ride. The way you stole my heart.
and where I like to see, just real quick, where I like to see my RMS, I'll put, this is what I normally do. Let's just show y'all my tricks and trades real quick. I'll put this underneath it. Make sure, you know, I'm getting it right. Making sure everything's looking good. So I put the meter underneath the limiter because I really want to know what I'm pushing it. And then I also use look down here.
Come on. You know you could be my left side. I'm holding you so tight. Real tight. You know you could have been the coaster ride. The way you stole my heart.
You getting -13, and you look at the RMS, you getting 10 down here. But if you look at the RMS down here, the peak,
Come on. You know you could have been my left side.
Okay, so what you getting is you're getting everything, all these plugins coming out, to right here. So you're getting the -7, which that is true statement right here. Well, the only thing you getting right here is this limiter. So you're getting a -10 on the RMS right here, but really, all in all, you're getting a -7, and that's where I like to sit with my RMS for the mastering. Okay, -7, 8. Sometimes if it's a good song, I push it to -6 and I leave it there because I use reference tracks and I see what's similar, what's close to mine, and I try to push my RMS to that reference track. And that is key to master. Reference. Find a song close to, similar to, and reference off of what they're doing or what they got going on or who mastered their stuff. Get your song similar to that because it ain't going to be identical. And then move on with your business. Alright? So that's pretty much it on mastering. That's how I go about mastering a song. Things you do is out. You know that already. Simple, easy. Don't overdo your mastering. Just get it loud, baby. Get it loud. Get it clear. Get it up front. That's master. DoubleKBeats.com for your templates, for your mastering prices, mixing prices, and all that, etc. Get your coupons. Subscribe to the channel. I'm out, man.